Greetings. Please do not fret. There is no harm in this location. Merely science. I promise you will be delivered back to your home place, safe and sound. But for now, there is nowhere for you to run. This ship is... kilometers is what you use, correct? This ship would be thousands of kilometers above the atmosphere, further into space again. You would not be able to run home unless you know how to fly a spaceship. But as I've understood, most of your kin do not know how to fly a spaceship. It is not as complicated as you think. You merely need to calculate some directions, figure out the precise route, and go. I believe you all drive these cars around, correct? Consider it similar to that, but in 3 dimensions instead of 2. It is very common for my species to fly a ship, though no, I am not the owner, nor the one who flies this ship. That honor would go to the captain, who has hired me to be their researcher. And despite my skills being put to way better use than on your species, I must admit that you're a bit of an anomaly. Well, where do we start? For one, the amount of sweat glands you have. You guys are extremely sweaty. And I do not consider this a bad thing. I consider this quite unique. It allows for you to better regulate your own temperatures. And as far as I've understood, your species is an endurance hunter, correct? Yes, you are. What do you mean with used to? Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem. So society has changed since the last time we came here and scanned. That does explain all the new buildings. You've clearly developed quite a bit, but I assumed that you still hunted for your own food. I guess not. That's another thing though, your intellect, it stands out. There's only 6 known species in the entire galaxy that we have observed that are on the same level of intelligence or above. We are one of these species, yourself are another, and then 4 more. The existence of such intellect is extremely rare within the world. But even still, you all eat plants that are poisonous to you, even animals that are poisonous to you, in small amounts in order to well, why do you even do that? Feel alive. Excuse me? You are telling me you eat plants that have specifically turned themselves painful to eat, and you eat them for pleasure, to feel alive. This is what I mean with your species. It's extremely weird. But now that we have built some rapport, perhaps we should get into the actual examination. I am Z. Just Z. No last name, no long name. My name is Z. I am named after the stars that you see above. I can speak with you because I've been studying your general main language for quite a while now. My English, as you all call it, is quite good. I have been, like I said, brought on this voyage to specifically study your species. I thought the least I could do is learn your language. Because if I don't, can you imagine if a strange creature that you've never seen before suddenly appears before you, after you wake up after being taken from your home place forcefully and start speaking to you in a language that you don't understand. I imagine you'd freak out, and you humans have a bit of a violent tendency sometimes when you freak out. As such, I wanted to make sure that we at the very least could understand each other. It will also help my research, as I now can ask you questions. My intellect is far beyond this simple examination, though it will have to do. This is not because of yourself, by the way. This is merely because of the fact that I have been hired for something I could have easily given to an intern. Running these scans is not particularly dangerous, difficult, or even in any form complex. However, it is extremely important work. It is important we get this information to make sure that your evolution is tracked. In case ever something happens to you, we will be able to at least have an archive of your existence and not forget you. I suppose it can be comforting to some, though death is not a problem for us. It is not even the end. We do not die in the same way you do. I'm not here to talk much about my own species, though I can say that our consciousness is separate from our bodies. After the body dies, the consciousness just simply sticks around, and we get them an artificial body to stay in instead. Maybe one day you humans will evolve to do the same, though for now, I suppose this is what you're stuck with. I understand that my tone can be quite dry, though if I were to be quite blunt, emotions as humans feel them are a little different from us. I've been reading high levels of hormone in your brain. These hormones seem to dictate your emotions. Of these hormones, only one comparable one has been found, and that one spiked at the start of this interaction, so I can assume it is for fear or stress. Adrenaline. How useful to know. I am serious. It is quite useful to know that is how you guys call it. We do not call it like that. We call it B578. We name all our hormones after numbers and letters in your language. My apologies, I said that wrong. Not those in your language, but translated into your language, this would be its designation. Phonetic, and when letters frequently show up in similar words, we have simply assigned them to each other. You should not worry about it. It is alright. We are simply going to continue the examination now. It will be painless and quick, I promise. I just need to get a few scans of your brainwaves, a little measurement of your body, and some form of reproductive semen. Oh, is that something you are not comfortable with? I can find another human if you wish. Well, we have found that blood samples of humans are hard to store, but you have found a way yourself to store these reproductive fluids. As such, it seemed for us more useful to store the DNA in such. However, since only some humans can create it, I need to ask you to do so for me. If you wish, I can leave the room by the time that it is time for that. Though, if it helps, I can also seem to assist you in any way, but that is for later physical research. For now, let's start with... Why is your heartbeat increasing? And you're getting quite squirmy too. Did I make you what you call uncomfortable? I have heard it is not a pleasant feeling. Embarrassed? Why would you be embarrassed about one of your natural functions? It is simply how you guys reproduce, similar to how you need to eat and sleep to survive as well. I see. I did not realize it was something considered intimate in your culture. Not at all. The reproducing of ourselves is also done alone compared to humans, but it is also not a very intimate process. It is just simply done to continue the life of the species. No further meanings attached. I see. Then I do apologize. I will let my research team know. If you do not wish to provide for us a sample of that, then we can simply take a bit of blood instead. Then allow me to start the physical exam now, please. Let's start by taking your heartbeat again. These seem to be stable levels. They have slowed down quite a bit. They are comparable to what we had of yours last time. Your species, I mean, not you yourself. So I think that it is quite alright. Then also, let us do a few more scans. Let me make a full physical scan of yourself. May I also touch you during this to measure muscle strength with my own hands? I cannot scan it, I am afraid. There will be a device around my finger, which will be able to measure the pressure I have to put on. Then allow me to touch you, please. Your skin is smooth. It is. We have removed one of those outer layers of clothes, but kept you mostly covered, out of respect. And safety. We don't know what temperatures you guys can endure. But it seems you are holding up quite well. You are a fine specimen. You look quite attractive as well, at least in my opinion. I am going to enjoy looking more at you and taking more information from you. Hey Whispers, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a lovely little alien examination. I didn't quite know what to do with the rest of it, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting down below what you thought. And as always, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel members for always supporting me and being there to help me. I want to give the shout out to Seracia, Jared Sir, Firelight, Opagil, Joker, Steam Moon, and WD Index. Thank you very much for supporting me, and you will see me in the next video. Bye bye!